Recently, I've been a lot bigger of a fan of alignment. And if you're unfamiliar with what alignment is, all it basically is that you are going to be actually living the life that you tell yourself that you're going to live. And you're going to be the person that you think of yourself and how you want to be. And the only reason I talk about this is because it has a very big deal to do with your habits and what habits you end up keeping and what habits you end up stop doing. Because we've all struggled with habits, no matter what it is. It could be something as simple as getting to the gym every single day and working out. Everyone has struggled with some type of habit they're trying to form. And there's a reason because of that. And the one reason why we would not stick to habits is because there is a misalignment of identity. And let me explain this with a personal example. For me, personally, fitness and living a healthy life has been a lifelong habit of mine. It's been ingrained into me for years now. And I identify as a very fit person, as a very healthy person. And so because my identity is that, part of my identity, not all my identity, but because part of my identity is that, the healthy person, the habits I do reflect that. You know, I'm eating healthy, I'm exercising every single day, I'm getting my sleep, I'm drinking a lot of water, I'm doing all these things. And I've been doing these things, these habits for years. And the only reason I've stuck to them is because they're aligned with my identity. I think that you constantly have to look for misalignments in your identity every single day of your life. Because for me, I'm not perfect as well. Like, even though I identify as a very healthy person, there are times where my focus and my attention goes elsewhere. It goes to more going focused on the business or the family or other things in my life that I really love. And sometimes I become unfocused and misaligned. That's normal. So for example, with the healthy stuff, I might be working out really hard every day, I might be drinking all my water, but I might not be eating as good. And so there's a misalignment there with my identity and my actual actions. And that's okay, it's normal, but I've identified it. And that's what you have to constantly do for yourself. Because the one reason why you're not sticking to your habits is because it's not part of your identity yet. And here's the cool thing. In order to stick to habits, you can actually form your identity before you become that person. Let me explain what I mean. Let's say you do want to be a healthy person. You can identify and put it in your mind that you are a healthy person, that you work out every day or 3 times a week or whatever you decide on, and you eat healthy, you drink a lot of water, you sleep. You can tell that to yourself, you can write it down, you can ingrain it into your identity before you actually do those things. And it might sound weird, but I promise it works. So if you start telling yourself you're this kind of person, and if your actions begin to complement that, so if they justify it, so if you identify as that healthy person, and then you actually do start going to the gym, and you start eating healthy, you start sleeping, you start drinking water, you become a healthy person, and it just shifts into your identity, and then you get aligned. And in my opinion, this is the only way you can stick to something for the long term. It has to be a part of your identity. Doesn't have to be all of you, and I don't recommend any habit to be all your identity. You don't want to just be a healthy person, or you don't want to just be a business owner. We all have different aspects of our life that we become. We can adapt into different areas of your life. We can be a good family man, we can be a good entrepreneur, we can be a fit person, whatever it is, we adapt. So constantly ask yourself, where am I misaligned with the identity of the person who I want to be? And there's another side to this. Even if you have it all right, you have the identity picked out, you actually start taking the action steps to becoming that person that you're trying to become. Here's the other part to it. No one is perfect. And the longer you stop taking those action steps, so maybe let's go back to the healthy person. You start working out, you start sleeping good, you start drinking water, right? If you skip a day on any of those things, and you continue to skip a day and skip a day, the identity of the person you're becoming and the person who you're actually becoming start to misalign. And the longer it goes on, the more dissonance there is, the more disconnect. And when the disconnect is so big, you no longer are that identity. And then that's how you fall off your habit. That's how any person falls off their habits. And because I'm telling you all this, you now know exactly what to look for. You know that you have to search for the misalignments in your life, and you have to figure out what identity you want to become first and that you can identify yourself first before you actually become the person. But then you have to look out for the dissonance and for all the disconnects. You have to constantly looking because no one is perfect. And I noticed for myself, anytime I start focusing my attention elsewhere or on a certain area of my life, something else kind of falls down. It's always a give and take, and that's normal, that's life. You just have to decide for yourself what's important to you now, what are you gonna focus on, and then execute. But that's all I really wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, I make a lot of other videos, not just about self-development, but about real estate and money, and I also document my journey as a young real estate investor and entrepreneur. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you at the next one.